So Coach K last night had trouble getting the ball to Paolo in the second half. I think he had one shot, and that was the shot that he got after the full court pass with 1 second left. Tonight, I think Bruce Pearl had a little bit of trouble getting the ball to Jabari Smith in the moments that he needed it. So how do you fix that as a coach? Like where do you go from there?
I just know this. Sometimes when your best player is a front court player, and you have to get him the ball, especially on the road, and especially when the pressure is up, it can become very hard. You have to call a play for him. You have to be able to get him the ball in his spots. And sometimes the pressure is so high, the environment is so hard that you're at the mercy of your guard play at times when you're dealing with a big guy. And I think that could have been part of the problem tonight for Jabari, when you have to get a guy the ball in isolation or off of a play.
30
Arkansas
seconds.
made that very difficult. But you have to have your bread and butter looks, and you have to be able to run them against the best defenses. And when you call them
20,
I think everybody on a team has to know he's got to get the ball. That would be the thing.
Right. Perfect. Sean, I'm gonna send that to you as soon as we come back from the break here. On the other
10
side.
seconds.
Muss was good. That was fun. You guys had some good questions there.
I was gonna ask him if he had I was gonna ask Coach Muss if he had the clicker in his pocket that when they dunked at the buzzer, did he hit the lights and the fireworks at the same time? Because that was incredible that the lights went out on that dunk.
Hey, that call to the Hogs is powerful.
Yeah, you should see it live. I've been down there twice, man.
And we are back. This is the Field of 68 After Dark. We are live on Sirius XM channel 84. That is the ESPNU station. We're streaming live over on Twitter. We're streaming on YouTube. Please jump in the chat. Ask us some questions. We're going to be asking those questions during breaks. And I asked Archie one of them during our last commercial break. Sean, I'm going to put it to you as well.
Look, when your best players are forward, right, like Paolo and Jabari, and what is the other common thread between both of them? Rob, they're both freshmen, man. I mean, as much as we try to make both guys superheroes and they're unbelievably talented, they haven't been in that situation nearly as much as maybe the audience thinks they have. So some of it is them, but in both cases, it's the point guard. Like Arch said, that player, he's not going to have the ball at half court using a middle ball screen or usually a clear out. You have to get him the ball on a spot. And that's going to require a point guard to have the know-how, the ability to not crumble under pressure and be able to get the ball to your go-to player. And if you look at Auburn today playing without their starter and what we talked about, and even Duke, I think who has some great guards, but maybe more combo in their thinking, you could see late in games, it's not as easy maybe as those two teams could have anticipated it being at the beginning of the year. But I would say that in both cases, they'll continue to get better at that. And I'm especially in Auburn's case, he's so efficient that I just have a hard time believing that in future close games, he won't have the ball.